the clown punk dude that had the grenade for a nose, the red grenade that was a nose.
Oh, yeah.
Him walking into a store, it's like, yeah, another Monday, because look at
Yeah.
everybody else out here. I looked in the future topics today to find out what we might be able to talk about, and you had posted something
I did.
that said,
This.
yeah, go for it. Tell me what this is.
So, what did I say? Are you looking at it?
Yeah, so what you wrote in future topics was just, what's the deal with face tattoos?
Yeah. So, what is the deal with face tattoos, Nathan?
Are we doing a
this came-
tight 5 for Jerry Seinfeld right now?
No, please
Okay.
never. I'm sure you've played games before, Nathan, and I'm sure you've played plenty of
Never.
games that have character customization options.
Yes.
There's a lot of options you can do. One of the things you can do in The Sims, for instance, is tattoos. You can put arm tattoos, back tattoos, chest tattoos. You can put tattoos on, especially mods. You can put even more tattoos. And they may not be the greatest thing in the world, but you can do it, which is cool. Customization. World of Warcraft, some of the races have tattoos you can do as well, or scars, or like war paint, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. I was playing Baldur's Gate a little bit ago.
Yep.
And kind of said something to Crave, and I went, look at this tattoo you can get on their face. But in
Yep.
Baldur's Gate, you can also see your characters fully naked if you want to. You can wear things that
heard.
show off more of their body than just their face.
No, I know.
And so I'm like, why are there face tattoos but no body tattoos? You can see the whole character.
Yeah.
It's third person. You can see the whole character anytime you want.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of was thinking about it a bit, and Nathan, there's a lot of RPGs out there that have face tattoos.
There sure are.
And I've never really understood why.
Okay. I'm kind of scared as to where this conversation is
So
going.
it's just kind of a thought of Nathan, Kingdoms of Amalur.
Yes.
Face tattoos and that.
Fable did this famously as well.
Fable face tattoos. And I'm just kind of wondering, like, even if you wanted the customization of having tattoos and it was a body tattoo and you're never going to see that on your character, you could still throw that in as an option. Like,
Sure.
maybe you don't have armor on, you see it. Okay, that'd be cool. Nathan, I've got 2 tattoos and you never see them on camera. It doesn't mean I don't have them. It doesn't mean that they're not there.
That's true.
It means I wanted to customize my body, so I got tattoos that maybe no one else is ever going to see. I know they're there. Character creation. Maybe I want to put a tattoo on someone's ass cheek. I'll know it's there. I may never see it again after I create it.
Yep.
That's okay.
That's right. You're putting the
but
TNA in D&D is what it amounts to.
But face tattoos, I understand that you want to have something you can see because you customize your character. So let's put a tattoo on their fucking face.
Yep.
Make them look like a Mike Tyson son of a bitch.
That's right. Hey, you know what?
Like-
That's going to be my next character. Is I'm just going to make Mike Tyson.
Just face tattoo
brawler.
right here. It's like,
It's good.
but they always look so bad in Diablo 3, for instance, or Diablo 4, for instance. You can have tattoos. You can actually have body tattoos.
You can.
They cover the
Yes.
whole thing. You can't just place parts of tattoos. You can have whole body tattoos of whatever, or some are just on the face,
Mhm.
or some makeup is like tattooed on there. It looks like.
Sure.
If it's makeup, that's one thing. But tattoos on your face. I wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on face tattoos? Because it seems really prominent in the
Sure.
RPG customization space. And again, I understand that it's a thing you want to be able to visually see. But why face tattoos?
Well, I guess that you would say that if you have a backstory where you're like, oh, well, I'm from this tribe or I'm from this clan or something, and, you know, they have traditional war paint or something that they would put on, maybe you have tattoos that are indicative of that. Or you want to do the thing where you're like camouflaging yourself or,
Sure.
you know, that might make sense. Not necessarily something you'd want to do as a tattoo. I would think you'd want to have paint or something like that.
Yeah.
Although some of them
Yeah.
are made to look that way, like made to look like actual paint across the face. Oh, here's another good reason. Advertising space. You know, you just put ads on your face, and you know, profit right there. You know, no one can talk to you without learning about you know, My Horse Bonded Spirits coming out December or something.
Yeah, but there's always tattoos or some kind of face markings, and it's such a weird thing to see in a game, especially the RPG, where again, I could have tattoos anywhere else on my character's body, and I may never have to see it after character creation. That's fine, but like, it's just so strange that the option isn't there a lot of the time for those tattoos. It's only, you want a tattoo? It's got to be on your fucking face.
It's always going to be on your face. Well, because they figure that you're going to be looking at your face, so if you want to see the tattoos, you're going to do that.
Yeah, but IRL, if I get a face tattoo, I'm barely going to look at it.
That's true. You're not going to look at your own face tattoo unless you look in a mirror. Maybe you should get a mirror tattooed on your face.
And then I'll go, wow, I really got a face tattoo.
Yeah, that's actually, I think it would be kind of cool to have a mirror tattooed on your face so that people can, when people look at you, they're actually reflecting themselves back.
Yeah, you just wear one of those mirror masks for that instead.
Yeah. Then when I tell people, have you looked in a mirror lately? They'll be like, just put your head down so that they can see. Yeah, put it on your forehead.
Yeah, I don't. Go ahead.
I don't really know if this is kind of like in the same vein, but I always hate it when they have character creators where you're like, oh yeah, you can customize what your face looks like, your nose and your ears and everything, and then they put you behind a full full helmet for the rest of the game once you...
Yeah.
Which is why they usually have the options now where you can have it taken off, or you
sure,
can hide that.
Even then, like, a game you play primarily in first-person mode, Fallout 4.
Yep.
Skyrim.
Yep. Exactly.
Even Cyberpunk, full character creator, and like you only see your character when you're on the inventory screen, unless you download a mod for third-person camera or take photos. You can use a photo tool to take pictures.
That actually is really egregious in games where you don't play in third person at all. If you go to Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which has lots of customization options for your face, for your body, for your color schemes, for the whole thing.
But you never see your character?
No, you're always in first person. The only times that you're going to see it is when you're in the character screens. Or I suppose if you're playing multiplayer, other players in the game would see you. Or when you die.
If it's okay. See, multiplayer I can kind of understand having it there for.
Sure.
Because then at least you are visually different than another player, aside from just your armor. It makes more sense there, but a single player only experience. Skyrim, Fallout, Cyberpunk, anything else like that you get full character creation and, well, I guess full character creation in Fallout, but you never see it.
Yeah, you really don't.
So, like, and even if you do see it, like, you don't. If you do third-person combat or combat for Skyrim or Fallout, you're behind the character. You're not in front of the character.
Right.
You might see it in like cutscenes, which I guess is a reason to do it.
Yeah.
But Cyberpunk, for instance, you don't ever see your character third-person in cutscenes. Everything's first-person.
It's only when you get into the menus. And you see yourself in the menus. I think that it is one of those like extraneous design choices that game companies make because it's expected that you have a character editor, even if it makes absolutely no sense. In terms of face tattoos, I think it kind of falls into that same realm. Like, well, we can put it in, even if it's pointless to do so. And people will be like, oh, look at all of the cool tattoos I can put on my face. Because I would never do it in real life. Because this is how I find immersion. By being able to do things I couldn't do in the real world. Like get a face tattoo.
And listen, if you're listening to this and you have a face tattoo, that's fine. I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't get face tattoos. I'm saying that it is prevalent in games far more than I think it needs to be. I feel like that is a lot less common to see, especially IRL. Like I've met people who have face tattoos, and it's whatever.
Right.
I don't care. I have tattoos. You can get a tattoo on your face if you want. But in games, it's a lot more prevalent than other tattoos. And I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't really mind if you get a face tattoo. I never thought about getting one because I thought it would kind of limit my job options in some respects. Like if I end up getting like a full skull tattoo over my thing, I probably can't be an accountant anymore. You know, I'm not going into accounting.
You just can't do it anywhere public facing.
Oh, so I'm gonna do it for like Hell's Angels or something. I'm gonna do it for.
They probably have an accountant.
Yeah, everyone needs an accountant, a bookie too. Yes.
Yeah. I feel like maybe that's it. Maybe it's you don't really have to worry about presenting yourself in a game. Because you're just an adventurer usually. You can do what you want. You can have a face tattoo and they're like, oh, you killed the bounties? You're like, yeah. And then you got like blood smear tattooed on you. And they're like, yeah, you look like you'd kill those bounties. Good job. Thanks.
You know what else, though, is that you could do it like, do you remember a villain in Batman, Victor Zsasz? Mr. Zsasz? No, okay, Mr. Zsasz was a serial killer, and every time he killed somebody, he would make a mark on his skin to show that he had another kill down. So you could have, like, maybe tattoos that like, you tattoo, like, a mark on your face every time you get a bounty or something like that.
Sure.
Although I will tell you the one thing that really annoyed me, and it's about like the design options and everything, and the face tattoos are a good example of this, is that it doesn't really seem to affect in any way, shape, or form other characters' view of you, even if you're just meeting them for your first time. Like, I kind of imagine if I had like literally a devil horns and fangs tattooed on my face, that if I walk up to, you know, like the average flower shop owner on the street in one of these games, that they might, like, take a minute or have some reaction in a negative way of that.
Maybe. I feel like NPCs in RPGs are a lot more understanding and accepting than people IRL.
Yeah, well, I kind of understand it in things like Cyberpunk, because, like, you see weird things all day, you know, like, if you had the guy, well, I can't remember what his name was now, but the clown punk dude that had the grenade for a nose, the red grenade that was a nose.
Oh, yeah.
Him walking into a store, it's like, yeah, another Monday, because look at everybody else out here.
I guess my point is, I don't have a problem with them existing.
Sure.
I just wonder why they are so prevalent in games rather than any other body part being able to be tattooed.
I think that the answer to that is simply because usually the rest of the body is covered up in armor or clothing that they have put into the game as well.
Yeah, I mean, again, I still would like an option. If you're gonna let me have tattoos, let me have body tattoos. I don't care if I'm never gonna see them. I want to know my character looks like a badass when their armor's off.
And what they could do to solve that, too, is they could do the hide helmet thing, but for other articles of clothing, and say, oh, yeah, no, I want to hide, my suit, I want to hide my armor, because I want to look almost like transmogging, but the transmog is just invisible, essentially.
You can transmog that, too.
Yeah. I will say, like, in Fable, they had sets of tattoos, and they actually did have stats that were attached to them that would push you toward good or evil or scary or attractive or stuff like that, depending on what tattoos you got. So, so somebody thought about it, but, you know, that in a mechanical sense. I usually, if I have a character and I put any kind of face tattoos on it, it's usually supposed to be more like war markings that I come up with, or camouflage paint or something like that I think works for the character. But I don't usually think about putting like Eat It Joe's on my cheek, which would be cool though. They should try that. We should have corporate sponsored logo. There should be a thing, especially in games like Cyberpunk, actually, that is such like a corporate dystopia in the future, where you can agree to for like a monthly stipend, you get money for having the different corporations like rent out space on your face. And
there you go.
And then like if you agree to put it on your character, then every like so many days in game, an amount of money gets transferred into your account, and that maybe that. But also, people will consider you a sellout because you have literally sold out your face for money. Hey, CD Projekt Red, why didn't that go into the game? We might as well ask everybody, do you put face tattoos onto your characters in-game, and what's your favorite one? Is it the tasteful little teardrop in the corner, or do we just go like full, like, Picasso work of art over the whole mug? What do you like to do?
100% full Picasso, let's go.
You never go full Picasso. Let us know in the comments down below.